For Reporters Roundtable to put the headlines in perspective, Bud and Alana both still with us. Alana, let's start with you. And Democrat Mike Collier announcing he's going to run for lieutenant governor in 2018. What's going on with Congressman Joaquin Castro and former Houston Mayor Annise Parker? Any update on whether they'll run?
Sure. Well, last month we reported that both of them, along with several other Democrats, met in a private gathering, kind of plotting out the 2018 midterms and listening to constituency where they can best be placed and run in 2018. Congressman Castro has said just recently, reiterated that he would be announcing his decision in the next 6 to 8 weeks.
What do you expect, Bud?
Well, you know, Collier picked the race against Patrick, where he can raise money from the business community. Patrick's alienated a lot of people. There are a lot of people in the big middle who may give money to Collier in that campaign. He picked a good race for him. The question is who's going to fill the slot at the top, you know, the Senate seat and the governor's seat. I don't know if the Democrats are going to have another candidate. They may have Beto O'Rourke or Castro in the Senate. I don't know who they're going to have for governor.
And I think that the Trib reported also, do you think that Dems will actually field somebody against Abbott?
Well, the most important thing for the Democrats can actually pick up some seats in the Senate and the House the way the numbers work. There were seats that went for Clinton. They look like they may be swing seats that Democrats can pick up. The important thing is just not to have anybody at the top of the ticket that detracts from the House and Senate candidates.
Alana, let's switch off to the Sandra Bland Act. It was introduced last week to help prevent another tragedy down there that we saw. You know, the lieutenant governor was for this thing originally, or, you know, spoke out a lot about this. Do you expect his support behind it, and how far will it go?
You know, I spoke with Representative Garnet Coleman, the author of this bill, last week as he was getting ready to file it. I asked, you know, it's a really comprehensive bill. It talks about training law enforcement, diverting people from jails who are experiencing mental health crisis. You know, why put it all in one? Maybe parse it out and have a better chance of passing it. He says it all relates to criminal justice. It's all interwoven. It all should be in the same place. He says he's heard good feedback from his colleagues, but, you know, it remains to be seen on how much support it will garner.
And Bud, at least one police union is against it.
Is against it. There's problems with it about, you know, when police can make traffic stops. It doesn't have the bipartisan backing yet that it would need to get through. On the other hand, you've got a bill like Connie Burton's that does have bipartisan backing to just, you know, pass a law saying you can't arrest somebody on a Class C misdemeanor. That seems to be a more likely prospect, but it doesn't have a lot of House support. 60
seconds left here, Alana. Attorney General Ken Paxton's federal charges were formally dismissed. Does he go into his criminal trial in Collin County more confident now?
His attorneys definitely say so. They said that the dismissal of the federal charges spelled doom for the state prosecutors who have a higher burden of proof in that case. Of course, if he's convicted at the state level, faces somewhere upwards of 99 years in prison.
Final word, Bud.
This is all follow-up. He agreed that he did it. He signed a civil penalty. He admitted to civil regulation. It's just a matter of, you know, whether they want to punish him criminally. That'll be judged either in court or by the jury.
Thank you guys very much. Alana, thanks for being here too.